This is Festival Sounds. This is not our post-Glastonbury recap. We have got an amazing guest, Tilly, haven't we?
Honestly, fascinating.
So Fiona-Lee, they are a singer-songwriter on a trajectory that's just skyrocketing. Played BBC Introducing at Glastonbury. They're going to talk about that.
Also going to talk about their single, Mother, that is honestly fascinating. I don't want to give too much away because both mine and Bilal's jaw were on the floor, so you just need to listen and just hear the story. It's great.
If you get a chance to see them on tour, go. Fiona-Lee, talking all things Glastonbury festivals and songwriting. Fiona-Lee, welcome to Festival Sounds.
Hello, how are you doing?
We're very happy to have you, so welcome.
Oh, thank you.
We love to have artists on the podcast, and we've got the pleasure today of an artist who's just performed at Glastonbury.
Yeah, that happened.
How did it go?
Oh, it was amazing. It was, I think it was honestly even better than I kind of imagined. I think, I don't know, I mean, I've played a few festivals before where, I don't know, you maybe don't get as many people as you'd hoped, but like I had such a big crowd and it was just like they were such a nice audience, and honestly it felt like a really emotional thing for me. Like, I mean, I cried afterwards for a while. So yeah, it was just ace, like just really, really amazing. Yeah.
And you were on the BBC Introducing stage?
Yeah, I was. Yeah, so I opened up the BBC Introducing stage on the Thursday. So yeah, I played at like 1:00. And yeah, that was great because, you know, BBC Introducing, they've been so supportive of me. Like, and it just, yeah, I'm very grateful to them for the support that they've been giving me.
That's amazing.
It's a knowledgeable crowd that shows up at BBC Introducing. And you shared a stage with later that weekend. I think CMAT played BBC Introducing as well.
She did. Yeah, she did.
It was a secret set, I think.
Yeah, it was, but it wasn't so secret to me because I had literally like just been on her like Glasgow warm-up tour before Glastonbury. So
that is amazing.
She told me, and I was like, I will be there.
So are you like besties with CMAT then?
Yeah, sure. No, we're not besties. I don't know, but she's so cool. Honestly, like, the whole band are just absolutely like just gorgeous people. Yeah, very, very fun to be around, and that was a great experience as well.
Was that your journey into Glastonbury then? Touring with CMAT and kind of refining your trade and perfecting your trade into that show? Is that how you did it?
Literally, it was honestly like it was the most perfect thing because it was, 4 shows where I could just play my Glastonbury set and really just, practice at it really. And yeah, I obviously played at Glastonbury on the Thursday, and the last CMAT show was the Wednesday. So it was literally like I did the CMAT show, that was in Frome, and then we drove along to Glastonbury that night and got set up, and then, yeah, played at Glasgow the next day.
So I bet that feels really cool to say. Just played at Glasgow the next day.
It was honestly mental, like, and it was so crazy, and because also like obviously they were playing the Pyramid stage, so I was like able to see their show and to hear like how they were feeling about their performance, and then obviously I saw the show at Glastonbury on the Pyramid stage, and it was just like even that just felt really special, just being able to, because obviously I knew like that we'd been talking about it and I knew how much it meant to them, so it was just like and they obviously like killed it, so yeah, the whole thing was just like, it was just so nice.
Was it your first Glastonbury, or have you been going as on a ticket yourself previously?
No, it was my first one. I'd literally never been. Yeah.
Wow. And on the Thursday, the opening day for music, you're playing as well.
Yeah.
How do you soak that in? Has it sunk in yet?
Honestly, I think... No, I don't think it has. I mean, 'cause I found out I was doing it like a few months ago, and obviously I wasn't allowed to tell anyone. It was this big secret, and it was a really difficult secret to keep as well. And I remember like, even like when I knew it was happening, it was just like, is this actually happening? And then now, like looking back, it's just like, I don't know. If I really like sit and think about it, I am like, whoa, like that's like crazy. But I don't know, it's just weird, isn't it? Like,
did you get to like walk around the festival much? Did you get to see much of the site?
Yeah. I went on the Wednesday and came back on the Monday. I did the whole thing.
What did you think of it?
Oh, it's just insane, isn't it? Like, it's massive. Like, it's just so big. Like, and it's so hard to like see everything that you want to see. And there's just so much going on. It's like everywhere you go, there's something for you. So it was just incredible. And I got to bring like my best friend from home, like my childhood best friend. I got to bring him with me, and we just had the best time. And I actually filmed loads of like footage just from the whole festival, and I'm going to use it for like a lyric video for one of the songs on the EP, because I thought that's actually about the songs about him. So I thought that I was like, this is the perfect opportunity.
That sounds so cool. Yeah, I'll definitely be looking forward to that video and seeing like the sights around Glastonbury.
We haven't recorded our post-Glastonbury episode yet, and we'll probably do it after we release this episode with you.
Right.
So give the listeners a bit of what we would have done in our post-Glastonbury episode. What were your highlights?
What were my highlights? Oh, God. I mean, there's so many. I mean, I saw Alanis Morissette. Now, she's a big, like, hero of mine. Yeah, Jagged Little Pill is, like, one of my favourite albums, so that was insane. And also Doechii. There was the big thing of, like, DC Charlie or DC Doechii, and instantly I was like, it's got to be Doechii. And, like, it was probably the best show I've ever seen in terms of like production value. Like, it was insane. And I mean, Seema, Loyal Kana, he was amazing. I love him. And then I just saw like some really cool like circus drag in the circus tent. That was really cool. I loved that. Yeah.
I'm gutted I missed Seance, which was I think it's a drag queen doing a seance to the sound of Beyonce songs. And they were on twice, and I managed to miss it twice because the site is so big. But do you know what I did do? I saw half an hour of Charlie and then legged it down the railway line and walked into the back of West Holts for Doechii as she was singing Anxiety. I'm not going to lie, I was out of breath as I was hearing the song. But I agree with you. That show was a different level. I couldn't believe what I was seeing.
Yeah, literally. It was just like, I was literally just like, this is just like a complete new level that I've like never experienced this. It was crazy. Like, yeah, I was honestly like, just like completely shocked. It was amazing.
Have you come away with any like, oh, maybe I'll try that next time?
I mean, probably not from the Doechii set. I don't know if that's my kind of style.
Fair enough. I mean, it definitely takes a very special kind of person. I think maybe Doechii's the only person that can pull that off.
What about the little corners of Glastonbury? Are you a festival person anyway? Did you go explore, or are you a main stage person?
Yeah, I really enjoyed exploring. That was a big thing. We saw one random thing that we saw was, where was it? It was near the circus area. There was a bridge with some water, and a man and a woman like were on this boat, and they like came out from under the bridge, and they were like lip syncing to some like opera or something. And it was like, and people gathered around. Obviously, it was like, I don't know. I was just like, this is so Glastonbury. Like, this is so random, but it's incredible. And it was at like midnight, and I loved that. And then also around the same area, there was loads of like hula hoops that were like lit up. So me and my friend Max had a great time just like hula hooping.
That's so cool.
I love it. Honestly, it takes, my first Glastonbury was 2017. It takes me back to that, where you go around a corner and something random is happening, and you're like, what is this? Where has this come from? I've never seen anything emerge from a river, so there's a first.
Yeah, that was special.
I saw on your TikTok that you met Basil Brush. That is so cool.
I was so excited. That was literally like an hour after I'd come off stage as well. So I was on such a high, and then like Basil Brush comes along, and I'm just like, oh. So yeah, that was a highlight because I used to love Basil Brush when I was a kid. Yeah.
I think the way your trajectory is at the moment, I think Basil Brush met you, not the other way around.
True.
I don't know. I mean, I'll take it.
Yeah, Basil definitely had a fan fox moment. I don't know if you call it fan fox.
We'd love to talk to you about songwriting. Your song Mother is beautiful, and I think your vocals really shine in that. It's such a moving track. Can you talk us through the songwriting process for it?
Yeah, for sure. It was, I mean, I wrote it a long time ago now. I wrote it in 2020. And it kind of just fell out. I don't really know. I mean, initially when I wrote it just on an acoustic guitar because I wasn't really playing electric at that point. I don't think I was a bit like folkier. And yeah, I don't know. I mean, it kind of fell out but it took a long time to really get to where it is now. Like, because I think that song developed as I developed as an artist. Like I kind of brought it along that kind of journey with me. And so I wrote the song, but initially it was just like 2 chords on an acoustic guitar and, you know, the melodies were a bit different, but everything was there. And then it wasn't really until I went in with this drummer that I was working with. He used to be the drummer in Catfish and the Bottlemen when they were still kind of...
Really?
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah, Rob Hall, we were working together for a bit, and that was the first time I'd properly like played with a drummer, and because he lived in Sweden, and he had this band because they lived on a farm, and he had this band that we used to go and like jam in, and we'd jam through the songs, and yeah, it wasn't until we did that it kind of came together, because I remember thinking like, because I'd written it like years ago, but then I always came back to it, and I remember thinking like, I feel like it wants this kind of war on drugs, like quite a lot of tension and like this like driving beat that goes throughout it. And then, so that's what I said to Rob, and then we ended up, just jamming it, and it kind of came together when I think he suggested like cutting out a chorus or something, like I'd put another chorus, like, well, there isn't really a chorus in that song, but yeah.
That's why there's no chorus in that song anymore.
Yeah, well, it wasn't even like it wasn't that there was a separate bit. It was like because I believed him and everything he said. Like that was in there earlier as well. And when I perform it live on my own, that's how I play it. But he was like, if we cut that out, then it can like have this like these bits where it like builds and builds. And yeah, I mean, I guess the song, that's kind of how it all properly came together. But I think it was because I was able to like play it on electric guitar in a room with a drummer, that's how it really came together.
It was at the early stages of your career.
Yeah.
How hard is it to pull a song like that together when you're an independent artist? How do you find those people who are suited to taking that song on to the next level?
I mean, it's weird because I think for me, it's honestly like, I think it's all about, a lot of it is just who you know, but you create those opportunities yourself by putting yourself out there, you know, like I'm from a really little town, like up in East Yorkshire, where there's no connections to anyone in the music industry, like there's nothing, you know, so for me I moved to London when I was about 18, and just kind of took every opportunity that came along, be nice, make friends with people, and then I don't know, I got introduced to him, and we really clicked because like he left Catfish and was looking for a new project to be involved, to be part of, and he was really like, at the time that was exactly that's what I needed really to help bring things together. And Yeah, but in terms of, I mean, writing is still, I'm very much like, I like to write on my own. I mean, most of my songs have just been like written like on this bed in my bedroom at home. But then with Mother, yeah, I guess I wrote it when I was in London, and then the kind of sound that like came together when I was working with Rob.
Tilly and I were chatting before we press record, and we were like, damn, that song's deep.
It is.
But there's a level of loneliness in those lyrics that you associate with that first move to London.
Yeah.
Is there a link there, or am I reading too much into it?
Yeah, you know what? Like that does make a lot of sense. I think when you write, for me, like when I wrote it, I didn't think too much about. Didn't think that deeply, but you know, that song is really about. I moved to London when I was 18 because I was being managed by someone who lived in London, you know, and I moved into his office basement. That's what the song is about, and it's about my relationship with him. Like a lot of people think the song is about a romantic relationship. That's not what it was. It was a working relationship that was not, you know, it wasn't professional, and it was he was like massive narcissist and not a very nice man. So yeah, it was like me. I was there, and like me kind of being a bit of a cry for help, really.
It explains the lyric, "This mess I'm in."
And it really makes, like, now I'm like, I feel like I could listen to this song again and like pick parts of the lyrics that match up to like everything you've just said. So it's really like unlocking a whole new dimension to it.
Yeah, sorry, go on.
No, I was like, that's mad. What you just described is...
Yeah, that was my, that was my introduction, like, to the music industry. And unfortunately, like, that kind of thing, I mean, I don't know about people living in office basements, but like those kinds of dynamics between a young female artist and an older man that promises in the world, like that happens all the time. And I think like I'm very, I really believe in like talking about that because it's obviously just so wrong. And like, I think, like you say, like if you do listen, if you like go through it and listen to the lyrics, it's like there's a lyric about floods being like the floods are strong, and that was because like the basement it flooded all the time, like physically, like whenever it rained, it'd come in and it'd flood. So, yeah, that was a strange time. But if that hadn't have happened, I wouldn't be where I am now. So it's one of those things where I'm like, you know, it's kind of not good it happened, but I am where I am now.
It's helped build your career. So, you know, that's amazing.
Exactly.
For what you described, that's incredible that this song has come out of that. The first thing I'm going to do when we stop recording is to listen to it again. I think it's totally changed my perspective on it. Wow. You caught me off. We're normally really light-hearted here. You've caught me by... The listeners are like, what the hell's happened to Bilal? Why has his voice changed?
Bilal's speechless for once.
Oh my God, sorry.
That's incredible.
No,
that's incredible. Thank you for sharing that.
It's such a good story. I mean, not good, if you know what I mean, but it's like amazing that you share it so openly. So,
thank you.
I was going to ask about recording this song. You have recorded it at Abbey Road.
Yeah. So there's a live version of it with the band at Abbey Road. That was fun.
How was that experience?
Yeah. That was honestly like one of the best days. That was such a fun day. It felt really special because it was also for it was done during this week that Abbey Road have called Equalise, and which is all about inspiring, aspiring like female and non-binary producers, engineers, artists, musicians, to get involved like in recording and being in studios. So they have the whole week where like each day they'll invite an artist in to basically have the studio for a day, and they can do whatever they want. And and that's obviously like that. Some, that is a really like important thing for me, is having more women and non-binary people involved in that process, because as a woman, like, you are just constantly surrounded by men in the industry. So that was a really special thing. And also then to to record the song, which is about what it is, just felt really like, I don't know, like full circle and just really like special and like an important, it just felt like a really important day. And it was so fun and everyone was so amazing. Like it was just great. And it was at Abbey Road. So, I mean,
Starstruck.
you can't get better
I would
than
be
that,
starstruck.
really.
Did you take the picture outside?
Oh no!
Oh no!
You can Photoshop yourself in. It's fine.
Yeah. Although I do already have one because I did it. I actually did it the year before as well, but I did it on my own, and we didn't release anything from it. So there's pictures somewhere. Yeah,
It's ticked off the bucket list. It's done.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter when it's done.
That's amazing.
Where can we see you this summer? If our listeners want to find you either on tour or at a festival, where will you be?
yeah. So I'm going to be playing Why Not.
That's around the corner. That's Derbyshire, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Why Not? That I can't remember exactly which. Oh, is it the 30th? No, it's the 1st of August.
We'll stick it in the show notes.
Anyway.
Listeners,
Why not?
do the hard work. Just Google
Just have
it.
a little Google of why not.
You know the deal with us. You don't get the detail. Listeners, Google.
And I'm also doing Lazy Days Festival and Humber Street Sesh, which is like my local festival, which is in Hull, which I'm really excited about because I'm going to be doing that one with the band. And again, it's the BBC introducing stage, but I'm headlining that stage. So that feels really special as well. First time playing with a band, so that should be really fun.
That's amazing. And a headlining slot. Amazing.
What I'll do is I'll Google these and I'll put them all in the show notes so the listeners can find them.
Sweet. Amazing. Yeah.
One last question. I've heard a cover with your vocals doing High and Dry by Radiohead.
Yes.
Will we ever get to see that at a live performance?
You know what? I want to say yes. I don't know when it's going to be, but do you know who I did that with? How have you heard this?
No.
So that was done with so Sam Fender's drummer Drew has like his own label and his own project. He's like making a film and it's really cool. It's called Moth Lake, and we like did that cover together. So I definitely well, one day that's going to be. I'm going to play that.
Amazing.
Please do. It's beautiful. It's one of my favourite songs. Tilly, it's one of your favourites as well.
I love that song so much. It makes me cry every time.
And the vocals are beautiful. They're so well suited to it.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I was well buzzing when he asked me to do that. That was exciting.
That's cool. That's really cool.
Yeah.
It's been lovely having you on. I think the two of us would chat to you for another half hour. But at some point we've probably got to record our Glastonbury recap episode, so you don't want to be part of that.
We've got a lot of chat to just get through.
Yeah.
But thank you for joining us. It's been brilliant speaking to you. It's been fascinating.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's been lovely to meet you guys. It's been lovely.
Thank you so much, and thanks for sharing all of your stories. I feel like I know you so much better now.
Yeah. There you go.
That conversation took a twist.
That was, honestly, I could never have imagined it would have gone in that direction, but how amazingly interesting.
I loved the song Mother. I listened to that song months ago, and of course listened to it again before we recorded. But having them explain the circumstances that those lyrics came together. Anytime someone's talking about a basement, you're like, oh, wait a minute, where's this going?
Where is this going? Yeah.
Our jaws dropped.
Yeah. And I love the direction that we just didn't even know. And I can't wait to listen back to the song, like you said, so many more times and really unpack all the layers because it sounds incredible.
Maybe next week, should we do a Glastonbury recap?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, only one of us here is recapping Bilal.
That's true. Right. But listeners, let us know what your highlights were, and we'll try and include some of them in the highlights episode. And oh God, I'm just stunned by that conversation. It was great.
Yeah, I'm just can't even think about Glastonbury right now. I know. Shock.
Can I just say that when you listen back to our episodes, every single secret set that we mentioned or called out was accurate 2 weeks before the festival.
Except Timothy Chalamet.
Oh, except Timothy Chalamet, but we can blame Rolling Stone magazine for that, for ruining it. Sorry.
Did he? I really wanted him to do one of the secret sets.
I know, I was
that rumour came from this podcast, by the way.
I started that rumour.
Yeah,
No,
if you look
didn't.
at the date we talked about it, the next day it was in Enemy, Rolling Stones, all that. They picked it up from us.
Tilly.
I know, but like, do I have to claim fake news that I came up with that? But it's fine. If it happened, I would be a saint. I would be a god.
We literally said it was a guess.
Yeah. And the only reason we said it was a guess was because there was that Bob Dylan tribute act, not completely unknown, and it said at the bottom, like in tiny writers, said plus special guest, and I was like, imagine if the special guest is Timothy Chalamet. And then yeah.
The first 5 minutes of that Bob Dylan tribute had the biggest crowd.
Like, Timothy?
And then they bailed.
Of course. I mean, what do you expect? Like,